The Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame recognizes Ohio's distinguished men and women who have worn the uniform of our nation's armed forces and then continue to contribute to their communities, state, and nation through exceptional acts of volunteerism, advocacy, professional distinction, public service, and philanthropy. The Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame. Nominate a veteran today.
I'm Mike Close. My branch was United States Army, and I was in the Republic of Vietnam. I grew up on the streets of Flytown, I almost said Franklinton, but it isn't Franklinton, it was the Bottoms, and the Hilltop. Growing up, I had not known anybody that went to college. That just, in my neighborhood, didn't happen. But because I went to St. Charles and everybody else was going to college, I kind of ended up at Ohio State. Started there in 1962, and while there, Vietnam heated up, so I knew that when I graduated, I was going to end up going one way or the other. So I joined the Reserve Officer Training Corps at Ohio State, and ended up graduating then in June of 1967. I spent 265 days, 7 hours and 14 minutes in Vietnam. Not that it's engraved in my mind. It was absolutely, except for when you get shot at, it was exhilarating flying because you were going into strips. I remember the one at Plain E, which is in the Ia Drang Valley, where the book We Were Soldiers Once and Young was written about. That Special Forces camp had a strip that was 800 feet long. Now, with any density altitude at all, you were really struggling to get out. You could always get in. Getting out is what created the problem. After I got back, I took the law school admissions test, and I'm not that smart, but I'm a very good test taker. I just blew the top off of it. I head out to Capital University. I walk in and tell him I want to see the dean of admissions. He looks at me and my haircut, and he said, "Are you military?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You been to Vietnam?" He said, "If you got $100, you're in." So he gave me a break that I was not entitled to. I wrote the check, and then I spent the rest of the weekend, it was on a Friday, I borrowed $20 here and $10 here because I didn't have $100. And I started law school then like 10 days later. I was mayor of Dublin and decided to run for judge in '88. I ran for common pleas judge and was elected. So I quit my law practice, was on the bench for a term, and then ran for the Court of Appeals, was elected to that. In 2011, the auditor did a operational audit of the Franklin County Veteran Service Commission and pretty much nailed them to the wall. So when I saw all the bad press they were getting, I called and said I'd be willing to go in and try to help straighten it out if I needed to straighten out, and they were good enough to appoint me. And I think now we've got the best Veteran Service Commission in the state of Ohio. I was tickled, I really was. You know, I guess I'm old enough that I passed being into any strive for any awards or anything. I really don't care that much, I didn't think. But I was just tickled to death when the general called me.
Selection and induction into the Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame is a great honor. Nominate a veteran today.